Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really keeping you from fully enjoying your golden years? Many people think it's just part of aging, but the truth is that some surprising mistakes silently steal away your happiness and peace. In the spirit of Stoicism, it's essential to live intentionally, guided by timeless Stoic principles like self-discipline, resilience, and emotional control. The choices we make in our later years matter more than ever, and avoiding certain pitfalls can be the key to living fully. Today, we're diving into 9 shocking mistakes you can't afford to make in your later years. These aren't just small missteps. They're issues that can impact your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Stick with me, and we'll explore these mistakes through the lens of Stoic philosophy, offering practical solutions to help you avoid them. Let's make sure your later years are the most fulfilling and peaceful chapter of your life. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more insights on living a meaningful life. Mistake 1. Neglecting your physical health. As we grow older, it's easy to let our physical health slip. But in Stoicism, the body and mind are closely connected. Neglecting one can harm the other. A healthy body is the foundation for mental clarity and emotional resilience, core tenets of Stoic philosophy. When you stop caring for your physical health, you risk not only your body's well-being, but also your inner peace. Imagine ignoring exercise, eating poorly, and getting too little rest. These may seem like small choices in the moment, but over time they limit your ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures. Stoic principles remind us to take responsibility for what's in our control. And one thing you can control is how you care for your body. Why is this such a shocking mistake? It's not just about living longer. It's about living with vitality. Without good health, it becomes harder to enjoy the later years with energy and strength. You'll lose the ability to stay active, travel, or even keep up with your grandchildren. Worse yet, neglecting your health can lead to chronic illnesses that affect your independence, leading to more stress and less freedom. In the teachings of Stoicism, we learn to take proactive steps, rather than reacting to life's problems as they come. Taking care of your body means building the discipline to exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, and get enough sleep. These are all things within your control, which means you have the power to change them today. Start small. Go for a daily walk. Make healthier choices in your meals. If you've been ignoring your doctor's advice, it's time to listen. These actions are not just about avoiding future problems, they're about living fully in the present. The Stoic philosophers believed that discipline over the body leads to greater discipline over the mind. By strengthening your body, you sharpen your mind. And when your mind is sharp, you can face any challenge that comes your way with resilience and strength. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now to care for your body. Because a healthy life is a happy life. Mistake 2. Ignoring emotional wellness. Many people focus on their physical health as they age, but they often overlook something just as important: emotional wellness. In Stoicism, the mind and emotions are just as crucial as the body. If you neglect your emotional health, it can quietly erode your happiness and peace. You might think that emotional struggles are just part of life, but when left unaddressed, they can become overwhelming. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius often spoke about the importance of controlling our emotions, not letting them control us. Ignoring feelings like loneliness, anxiety, or unresolved grief can lead to emotional burnout. Over time, this can rob you of the joy you should be experiencing in your later years. Why is this mistake so shocking? Because it sneaks up on you. You might be fine one day, but over time, unaddressed emotions can weigh you down. It's like carrying an invisible load. This not only affects your mental state, but it can also spill over into your physical health, causing stress, fatigue, or even depression. In Stoic philosophy, emotional wellness is about balance and mindfulness. It's not about ignoring your feelings, it's about acknowledging them and rationally dealing with them. If you've been toughing it out alone, it's time to make a change. You don't have to go through life carrying that burden by yourself. There are practical steps you can take today to improve your emotional health. Meditation is a powerful tool that Stoics often use to clear the mind and reflect on life. Taking time each day to be still, breathe, and process your emotions can work wonders. Another approach is reaching out for support through therapy, talking to a close friend, or even journaling. Sharing your thoughts helps lighten the emotional load and allows you to gain perspective. You deserve to live with emotional freedom and peace. By taking charge of your emotional wellness, you're aligning yourself with the principles of Stoicism, choosing rational thought over emotional chaos. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about facing them head-on and managing them with grace. Don't let emotional burnout sneak up on you. Take the time to nurture your emotional well-being today and experience true peace in your later years. Mistake 3. Not planning financially for later years. One of the biggest mistakes many people make as they approach their later years is failing to plan financially. In Stoicism, financial stability is closely tied to peace of mind. If you don't have a solid plan in place, you may find yourself in constant worry about your financial future. And as Stoic philosophers teach, living a life of unnecessary stress is far from the path to inner peace. Why is this mistake so important? It's not just about having money. It's about removing financial anxiety so you can focus on what truly matters: your health, your happiness, and your family. Without proper financial planning, the later years of your life can become filled with worry about medical bills, housing, and even basic needs. This undermines your ability to enjoy life's simple moments. Many people assume it's too late to start planning, or they think financial management is too complex. But the truth is, Stoic principles remind us that it's never too late to take control of what we can. You don't need a fortune to feel secure. You just need a solid plan that allows you to live within your means and prepare for unexpected events. Start by creating a clear budget. Look at where your money goes and adjust your spending to match your priorities. If you haven't already, think about long-term investments or retirement plans. Even small steps now can make a big difference down the road. You might also consider meeting with a financial advisor to get professional advice tailored to your situation. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-reliance. By taking control of your financial future, you're reducing dependence on others and ensuring you have the freedom to live life on your own terms. This level of independence is crucial to maintaining peace of mind as you age. Financial planning isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It gives you the freedom to focus on personal growth, relationships, and enjoying your time. Don't let a lack of planning trap you in unnecessary stress or dependence on others. Take action today. By planning financially for your later years, you'll not only secure your future, but also ensure that you can live fully in the present. Mistake 4. Social isolation. As we age, it's easy to drift into social isolation, whether due to health issues, losing touch with friends, or simply becoming more withdrawn. The result can be devastating. Stoic philosophy reminds us that humans are inherently social beings. Social connections aren't just a luxury, they are essential to maintaining happiness and emotional balance. Why is this such a shocking mistake? Because isolation doesn't just make you feel lonely, it can also harm your mental and physical health. Studies show that older adults who stay connected with their communities tend to live longer, happier lives. Stoic principles emphasize the importance of engaging with others, not only for companionship, but also for maintaining a sense of purpose. Imagine going through your later years without the support of friends or loved ones. It's not just about having people around, it's about sharing experiences, having meaningful conversations, and feeling like you belong. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus taught that building relationships with others helps us grow and learn, keeping us grounded and connected to the world. But isolation often sneaks up on people. You might think, I'm fine on my own, but the reality is that prolonged solitude can lead to depression, anxiety, and a decline in overall health. Stoic daily practices encourage mindfulness and intentional living. Part of this involves recognizing when you're cutting yourself off from the world and making an effort to reconnect. So what's the solution? It's time to be proactive. Reach out to old friends, join local community groups, or volunteer for a cause you care about. Social connections don't have to be deep or complicated. They just need to be consistent. Even a short phone call or spending time with family can make a huge difference. And if you're finding it hard to get out and socialize, consider embracing technology. Video calls, online groups, and social media are powerful tools that can help bridge the gap. In Stoicism, being part of a community helps strengthen your resilience and gives you a sense of belonging. Don't let social isolation steal your joy in your later years. The world still has a lot to offer, and there are people out there who want to share it with you. Stay connected, stay engaged, and ensure that your golden years are filled with love, laughter, and meaningful relationships. Mistake 5. Staying in toxic relationships. One of the most damaging mistakes you can make in your later years is staying in toxic relationships. Whether it's with a family member, friend, or partner, these negative relationships drain your emotional energy, leaving you feeling depleted and unhappy. Stoic philosophy teaches us to maintain control over what we can, our actions, our mindset, and our surroundings. Toxic relationships directly oppose these principles, taking away your inner peace. Why is this mistake so shocking? Because many people believe that they must tolerate these relationships out of duty, habit, or fear of loneliness. But Stoic philosophers like Epictetus remind us that our peace of mind is more important than staying in harmful connections. Tolerating negativity and emotional abuse block your path to a fulfilling and content life. Toxic relationships can take a serious toll on your mental and even physical health. You may feel constant anxiety, anger, or sadness, which over time can lead to stress-related health issues like high blood pressure or depression. Stoicism teaches us to choose rationality over emotional chaos, and part of that choice is removing harmful influences from your life. It's not easy, but sometimes the best way to protect your well-being is to walk away from those who hurt you. Stoic daily practices encourage reflection and self-discipline. You need to ask yourself, does this relationship add to my life, or does it take away from my happiness? If it's the latter, it's time to reconsider your choices. Here's the key. Letting go of toxic relationships is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's an act of self-love and resilience, aligning with the Stoic principles of controlling what you can and letting go of what you cannot. Walking away from negativity allows you to create space for positive connections that enrich your life. It frees you to focus on relationships that bring you joy, support, and peace. If cutting ties feels overwhelming, start by setting boundaries. Communicate your needs clearly and stand firm in your decision to prioritize your well-being. With practice, you'll find that eliminating toxic relationships leads to more emotional clarity, peace, and even physical health improvements. Don't wait to take action. Protect your emotional health by surrounding yourself with people who encourage your growth and well-being. In the end, that's the true essence of Stoicism, living a life free from unnecessary pain and full of purpose. Mistake 6. Not embracing new technologies. Another common mistake in later years is resisting new technologies. It's easy to feel that technology is overwhelming or not for you, but the truth is that embracing it can significantly improve your life. In Stoic philosophy, adaptability is key. Stoic philosophers taught us to remain open to new experiences and changes, knowing that they are part of life's natural flow. Why is this mistake so important? Because technology connects us to the world and our loved ones. It keeps our minds engaged, helps us manage our health, and even provides entertainment. Refusing to learn new skills or using devices like smartphones or health apps can isolate you from important social connections and valuable resources. And that isolation goes against the Stoic principles of maintaining strong community ties and staying mentally sharp. Think about it. Technology isn't just for the younger generation. It's a tool that can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Whether it's video calls with your grandchildren, tracking your health through an app, or exploring new hobbies online, the benefits are endless. Stoic philosophy encourages us to adapt to circumstances that are beyond our control, and technology is a big part of today's world. The shocking part of this mistake is how easy it is to fix. It's not about becoming a tech expert. It's about staying open-minded and curious. Start small. Learn one new skill at a time. Maybe it's figuring out how to send a video message, or perhaps learning how to shop for groceries online. Each step you take helps build confidence, and before you know it, technology becomes a powerful ally in your life. In Stoicism, we are taught to face challenges head-on rather than avoid them. The same applies to technology. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, view it as a new opportunity to learn and grow. Staying mentally engaged keeps your mind sharp and helps you live a fuller life. So don't resist change. Technology can open doors to new experiences, allow you to connect with loved ones more easily, and keep your mind active. Take that first step today and embrace what's possible with modern tools. By staying open to new experiences, you're living in harmony with Stoic daily practices, choosing to face life's challenges with curiosity and strength. Mistake 7. Not having hobbies or interests. One of the most overlooked mistakes in later years is not having hobbies or interests. As you age, it's easy to fall into a routine of doing less, but the Stoic philosophers remind us that staying engaged with life is essential. Without hobbies or interests, life can start to feel dull and empty, which directly contradicts the Stoic principle of living with purpose and intention. Why is this mistake so important? A lack of hobbies or interests can lead to boredom, depression, and even a decline in mental health. Stoicism teaches that the mind needs continuous stimulation to stay sharp and focused. When you stop learning, exploring, and doing, you start to lose that spark of curiosity that keeps life interesting. This is why it's critical to have activities that engage both your mind and your spirit. Hobbies give your days meaning and structure, whether it's painting, gardening, or learning a musical instrument. These activities help you stay connected to yourself and the world around you. In Stoic philosophy, it's important to take action and not waste time on things that don't serve your well-being. Filling your time with meaningful activities is a way of exercising control over your life. What's shocking is how easily this mistake can be avoided. It doesn't matter if you're retired or have plenty of free time, there's always something new to discover. If you feel like you don't have any hobbies, start by thinking about what excites or interests you. Maybe you've always wanted to try cooking new recipes or take up photography. The key is to keep your mind active and engaged. According to Stoic daily practices, finding joy in simple things is one of the pillars of a fulfilling life. Hobbies help you find that joy. They give you a reason to wake up excited about the day ahead, and they offer a chance to improve yourself continually. Even small hobbies, like walking in nature or practicing mindfulness, can have a huge impact on your emotional and mental health. By choosing to fill your life with hobbies and interests, you're embracing the Stoic principle of purposeful living. Life in your later years doesn't have to be static or boring. It can be a time of growth, discovery, and passion. Start today. Find something that excites you and see how it transforms the way you experience life. Mistake 8. Avoiding change and clinging to the past. As we age, one of the biggest mistakes we can make is avoiding change and clinging to the past. Change can feel uncomfortable, but Stoicism teaches us that change is a natural part of life. Resisting it only creates frustration and holds you back from personal growth. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of accepting things as they are and not dwelling on what we can't control. Why is this mistake so shocking? Because by clinging to the past, you limit your ability to enjoy the present and explore new opportunities. Many people think that the older they get, the less adaptable they become. But Stoic principles tell us the opposite. We are always capable of change, growth, and improvement. No matter our age, holding on to past regrets or old habits can keep you stuck, preventing you from living fully in the moment. In Stoicism, the idea of letting go is essential. It's about releasing your attachment to what once was and focusing on what is within your control now. Clinging to the past, whether it's a job you once had, relationships that are no longer in your life, or simply the way things used to be, stops you from moving forward. By refusing to adapt, you miss out on new experiences that can enrich your later years. The shocking part is that avoiding change is often rooted in fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or even fear of success. But the Stoics teach us that fear is not something to avoid. It's something to face head-on. Change offers you a chance to grow and transform, which is why avoiding it can be one of the biggest barriers to happiness. So how can you embrace change? Start small. Instead of avoiding new experiences, lean into them. Try new activities, travel to places you've never been, or simply adjust your routine. Small steps can make a huge difference. Let go of the mindset that you're too old to change. Instead, adopt the Stoic mindset that life is always evolving, and you should evolve with it. By embracing change and letting go of the past, you're following the Stoic daily practices of living in the present and accepting life as it is. This shift in perspective allows you to find peace and joy in the now, rather than being held back by the past. Don't fear change, embrace it, and watch how your life transforms for the better. Mistake 9. Failing to plan for end-of-life care. One of the most critical mistakes many people make in their later years is failing to plan for end-of-life care. While it's not a topic anyone enjoys discussing, Stoicism teaches us that accepting mortality is an essential part of living a wise and peaceful life. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius encouraged us to reflect on death not as a negative, but as a natural event we should prepare for. Why is this mistake so important? Failing to plan not only causes unnecessary stress for you, but also creates a burden for your loved ones. When you avoid this topic, you leave difficult decisions to your family during emotionally challenging times. Having a plan in place allows both you and those you care about to face the future with clarity and peace of mind. It is part of living a life by Stoic principles, taking control of what you can and letting go of what you cannot. End-of-life planning isn't about pessimism, it's about taking care of the things within your control. Stoicism emphasizes personal responsibility, and planning for the future is a way to live with purpose. This includes making decisions about medical treatments, assigning power of attorney, and organizing your legal and financial matters. These steps are crucial because they allow you to have a say in how you are treated and ensure that your wishes are respected. The shocking part of this mistake is how often people avoid it, thinking they have more time. But Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of living with intention in the present, rather than assuming we have endless tomorrows. Planning for end-of-life care is not about giving up. It's about protecting your peace and ensuring your dignity in the later stages of life. So how do you get started? The first step is to have an open conversation with your family. Be clear about your wishes and what's important to you. Then, make sure to document your decisions, whether that's creating a living will, assigning power of attorney, or setting up healthcare directives. These are all practical steps that give you control over how your final chapter unfolds. In Stoicism, we're reminded that death is part of the natural cycle of life, and by planning for it, we free ourselves from the fear and uncertainty that can cloud our final years. Don't leave this to chance. Take the steps necessary to ensure your later years are filled with peace, not worry. Planning for end-of-life care is one of the greatest acts of self-love and consideration you can make for both yourself and your loved ones. As we've seen, these 9 shocking mistakes can easily steal away the peace and fulfillment you deserve in your later years. But the good news is, it's never too late to change. By embracing Stoic principles like adaptability, mindfulness, and responsibility, you can make the rest of your life your best chapter yet. Take the lessons from Stoicism and apply them today, whether it's improving your health, strengthening your relationships, or planning for the future. These actions are all within your control. If you found value in this video, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss out on more practical life wisdom inspired by the teachings of Stoic philosophers. Thank you for joining me on this journey to a better, more meaningful life. Let's continue living intentionally and making the most of every day.